What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a different type of video. I'm going to be telling you guys and teaching you how you can get noticed by pro teams, organizations, or clans. Every single day I get tons of messages and lots of replies on my videos of people asking me if they can either join my pro team or how they can get recognized by another org. So I figured since there isn't a lot of news or drama lately, I'm just going to start making videos about how you guys can further your careers in different aspects. This doesn't mean I'm not going to cover all the crazy news and drama that goes down in the community. You guys can still expect those posts. It's just that there hasn't been that many recently, so I want to push some content out there for you guys. And of course, I know a lot of you guys who watch my videos do have big dreams of becoming either a pro player, a content creator, or a streamer. So in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my story and how I got to this position and how I can give you advice and help you make your dreams come true. You just got to listen and take some of these pointers. Trust me, they'll help you. And I'll tell you guys up front right now, any single one of you watching this video could make it. It's really not as hard as you think it is. It does take a lot of hard work, but you have to know what kind of hard work. I've done the same exact things that you guys have tried doing, such as sending long messages and essays to a lot of pro players and people in organizations trying to get noticed. I really did. I was there. I did that. I messaged TSM and their pro players, The Odd One and Dyrus in League of Legends, like 9 years ago, which we're going to go over that later in the video as a tip. You don't want to reach out to people with long essays and paragraphs. It will never work. And there's a lot more tips we're going to go over throughout the video. You're going to learn a lot, guys. So do me a favor. If you learn even one thing from this video, go drop a like on it. Every like really does help support the channel, and especially this video, because I'm pushing out new content and we're gonna need it. Thank you so much, guys. You really are amazing. And just remember, the great thing for a lot of you guys is that you're still young. I assume most of you are under 18, at least that's what YouTube tells me. And if that is true, you guys have a lot of time to still make your dreams come true. And I am the perfect example of this. When I was 13 years old, I started playing my first competitive game. It was called Crossfire. It was an FPS game that did have some pretty good tournaments. There was opportunities to fly out to New York and fly out to China and play for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, of course, when I was 13, I wasn't very good at all, and I grinded that game for like 3 or 4 years, and finally near my 4th year, I was one of the best players, and I did make it to New York at one point. But by the time that happened, I just got tired of the game. It wasn't the one for me. I wanted to move on. I started to play Paladins and Overwatch, and that's really where I started to take off. And finally, when I was 21, I got signed to my first ever salaried contract, and that was with Ghost Gaming. And it took me 8 years to get there, guys. I started when I was 13, and finally, when I was 21, I got the big reward. My Ghost Gaming run only lasted a month. We ended up leaving them in order to join a different org, Splice, who offered us a full boot camp and house in Boston. And this is where I took my pro gaming career to the next level. I was finally up there. I was a top 4 team in North America. We were getting paid. It's an experience I will cherish forever, but unfortunately Splice, they no longer wanted to support our team in Overwatch, and they decided to drop out of the game altogether. This left me without an organization and trying to make my big dream come true of making the Overwatch League. And well, I didn't make the Overwatch League, guys. I didn't. It was unfortunate. I was super sad at the time, but I knew if I moved forward in this industry, I had to find something to do. I didn't want to go back to college, so there was only one answer, and that was to do content. And I was very successful doing Overwatch League content, but then it wasn't enough. I wanted to move on again, so I started to do Fortnite content, and that's where the Fortnite guy was created. And luckily for me, by the time I made the Fortnite guy when I was 23, I already knew how YouTube worked. I already knew how I could grow. I had a full plan, and I executed on it, which led me to the position that I am now in today. And in the middle of all of that, I also decided to open up my own pro organization, Team Kangarna. So with all this experience and knowing what it takes to get onto a pro organization and what it's like to run one, I am here and I am going to help you guys with how you can get noticed by a top team, whether it's KNG, FaZe, Ghost, Splice, NRG, doesn't matter who it is. It could be Chronic you're trying to get noticed by. I have some advice that will definitely help you. So let's go over the first thing, and this is where you guys are at now. Most of you watching this who want to go pro, you probably don't have a lot of earnings. For those of you who want to become a streamer, you probably don't have a lot of viewers, and for those of you who want to become big YouTubers, you probably don't get a lot of views. So the first tip is to be patient and understand that at one point I also had 0 views, 0 earnings, and no viewers. And the second tip really correlates with the first one. You guys need to understand that organizations, teams, and clans, they're looking for something. They want someone who does have views. They want someone who does have earnings, or at the very least, they want someone that has potential. So now you're probably saying, wow, TFG, you literally just said that none of us have any viewers or earnings, and now you just said that orgs aren't looking for that. So how are we supposed to make it? Well, I'm just being brutally honest with you guys. There are hardly any teams out there who will sign you to their org and give you money unless you can provide them with something in return. And even when it comes to my team, KNG, we're known in the community for signing some of them underrated and unknown players who might not have a shot on other orgs like Ghost or FaZe. But still, even those players do provide something for us. Think about it this way. If someone is showing up to the KNG tryouts every single day and grinding and showing that they want to be on our team, that encourages other people to come play in the tryouts. So we sign some of the players who do well in the tryouts. That way people can see that, yeah, there is a method and a process to get onto our organization, and that's through the tryouts and grinding and becoming one of the household names inside of the KNG community. It's a model that we've created and it works really well for us. But when you look at a team like FaZe, you gotta understand, not a lot of people are ever going to be on FaZe. Just for example, take a look at the FaZe 5 competition they just held. Over 100,000 people entered that competition and only 5 made it into the organization. Think about all of the talented people with hundreds of thousands of followers who didn't get in. That's your competition to join FaZe. So realistically, you gotta understand that you gotta start somewhere, which is why a lot of people do grind for a team like KNG, or even some under that like Aggro or Devour. And I know some of you might think, oh, those teams aren't worth joining, you don't really get anything out of it. Well, you do want to be smart about joining them. Of course, you don't want to sign a crazy long contract that just isn't fair for you. You want to make sure it's beneficial for you. And even a lot of those teams you can join without a contract. And the best way to get onto those teams is to be active. Follow all of their social medias, reply to them a lot, show them some of your clips, tag them in posts. But definitely do not go into their DMs and send them a very, very long message. There's not a lot of big content creators or organization leaders out there who are going through their DMs and reading all of their super long messages. They just aren't. They're super busy people and they can't sit there and read everybody's essay. Now, I'm not saying sending a long big paragraph to someone won't ever work. Sometimes it could. It really could. You never know. But more times than not, it won't. You have to catch someone's attention very quickly. And you got to do that either through a very short, straight to the point message or through tagging them on Twitter and getting traction from some other people. The best way someone who is an organization leader or a big content creator is going to recognize you is if you post something and someone that person knows either tags them or sees it on their timeline because everybody's liking it and retweeting it. That is the absolute best way for you guys to get noticed, through social media awareness. So if you do something insane, all you have to do is share it on Twitter, get your friends to like it, get their friends to like it. You have to get yourself out there. And definitely do not just use one form of social media. If you're just posting on Twitter, that is one of your biggest mistakes. If you have something to post, you need to put it on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, literally everywhere, YouTube, it doesn't matter. You need to post it on all platforms because something that might not go viral on Twitter very well could blow up on TikTok. And trust me, don't sleep on TikTok. That platform is incredible for getting engagement and spreading posts. Another really big tip is to know the team that you're trying to join. So if you're trying to join FaZe Clan, you gotta know that you need a lot of followers, you need a lot of earnings, you need a lot of stuff to get on a team like that. But if you're trying to join someone like Devour or Aggro, you don't need as much. Go look at their YouTube, go look at their Twitter. Are they ever tweeting about something they need in their team? If so, try to show them that you are doing exactly what they need. If they have a recruitment challenge on their YouTube channel, make sure you watch the full video and you understand exactly what they're looking looking for and try to fill that criteria in your recruitment challenge video and try to be unique, because you always got to do something different. If you do the same thing that 100 other people are doing to try to join that team, the odds are of you getting picked are literally 1 out of 100, and that's so low. Now, if you do something that is different from the other 100 and it's good, you have way better odds to get on the team. Now, here comes the biggest tip of all, guys, and trust me, this is the most important. Never give up and keep grinding every single day. If you have a goal to make it as a pro or make it as a streamer, then you need to be playing every single day and putting in as much effort as those who have already made it. If you're not playing as much as Clicks or Unknown Army or Kanata, then you're never going to have a chance to get as good as them. Or if you're never streaming as many hours as someone who you want to be, you gotta put in the hours, because if you don't, you'll never have the same percentage of a chance as the other people who are putting those hours in. It's all about who works the hardest and grinds the most. So never ever give up. You will make it. It doesn't matter if you're 22 like I was, you'll get there. So these are some of the biggest tips I can give you guys, and trust me, if you follow them, you will have much of a better chance of making it in our industry. Just remember, it's not always going to be easy. It will definitely get hard. We all have those days. Even the biggest creators out there do. So always look back and remember what you're working towards, and I hope you guys end up making it. I love you guys all so much. If this video did help you, be sure to leave a like on it. If you enjoy the new content, leave a comment down below by letting me know #love that you watched the whole entire video. I'm out of here, guys. Have an amazing day. Peace.